Hey everyone, and welcome back to Simply Handmade. If this is your first time here, my name is Kell, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to make a super affordable, easy DIY wedding centerpiece. And honestly, it looks amazing. I love the way it looks. I literally collected bottles over the time being because I had a style shoot a couple weeks ago, and I made this as a centerpiece for that shoot. And I literally collected bottles from barbecues that I went to from my husband. If he had a 6-pack, I was like, don't throw those bottles away. Keep those bottles. I'm gonna use them. I'm gonna use them for a DIY. I found some bottles at Michael's that were on sale, so I explain it later on in the video. But you're gonna want different shapes and sizes for visual interest. It just makes it look nicer and prettier on the table. This is also going to be 1 out of 3 videos for centerpieces specifically, so you're going to want to be sure you're subscribed to this channel and press that notification bell so you know when I upload content to this channel. So if you're interested in knowing how I made this centerpiece out of bottles that cost me close to nothing, just keep on watching. To make this centerpiece, you'll need about a dozen bottles per table. I went ahead and ripped off the paper, and some residue was on my bottle, so I grabbed some WD-40 and sprayed it on the problem areas. I literally let it soak for a couple of seconds, and then I scraped off the paper with my utility knife. I sprayed more WD-40 and wiped away the excess with a paper towel to remove the rest of the sticky residue. When all the residue was removed, I washed the bottles and set them aside to dry overnight. The next day, I primed the bottle with Rust-Oleum's white spray paint, and once it had some time to dry, I painted some of the bottles with Rust-Oleum's metallic gold and the copper. I really recommend Rust-Oleum. I am not paid to say this, but I really like them because I feel like it's closest to the actual metallic color you're gonna get. I then took some gold bottles and painted on some Mod Podge. I took some of my glitter and I poured it all over the Mod Podge and set it aside to dry. Once it was dry, I added another layer of Mod Podge to prevent the glitter from falling out. Some of the copper bottles had this really weird veining going on, so I decided to add some leafing adhesive and press in some copper leaf. I really love how it gives this bottle a nice shiny texture, but you can still see the veining and imperfections on the bottle, like the wording, but I really don't mind it. I love the way it looks. You guys have already seen me decorate these. You've seen me put the glitter, the gold leaf, the spray paint, and now it's finally time to assemble. All you'll need to do is grab long stem greens. This time you don't want to cut them down. And I already cut all of these down to size, but you'll want to keep the stems longer. So when you put the flower in, it'll touch the water at the bottom of the vase. I would suggest filling them up like halfway or 3/4 of the way, just to make sure that the flower is touching the water. When you cut your stem, you're going to want to cut it at a 45-degree angle. You just want it to be a little bit longer than this. But you'll want to take your greens, stick it in, and of course I pre-fill this with water, and you'll take a bulb or you'll take a bigger flower and you'll just, it's kind of covering me right now, but you're gonna just stick it in. Let's show you again without covering my face this time. Take your greens, and you can put as little as or as much as you want. Like I said, it's totally up to you. This is the fun about DIY. So I took my greens, and I like this really pretty red rose. It's called a test rose. It's so pretty. It's like one of my new favorite flowers. And you just stick it in there. And once you keep sticking the flowers in, you'll kind of see if you want to add a little bit more, a little less, a different kind. I think hydrangeas would look really pretty in this arrangement, but I could be wrong. Who knows? And again, I can't stress it enough. You're going to want to make sure that all of these greens and the flowers are touching the water, or else they're going to wilt midway through your reception, and you don't want that. Or they'll just look sad and droopy. You guys get the picture. Once it's nice and filled up, I think I used maybe, I can't remember, maybe 8 to 12 bottles on a table, and these bottles are literally just liquor bottles that I collect when I went to a barbecue and there were some Coronas. I just took a Corona bottle. I took some Heineken bottles. I got these fancy bottles from Michael's for $2. They were having a sale. This is a Patron bottle. I love getting bottles different shapes and sizes, so it gives it height and just a little bit more interest. And also I like the fact that there is some gold leaf, there's some spray paint, there's some glitter, so you have different textures and it just looks way more interesting on the table settings. And that's it for the bottle centerpiece, guys. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel to see part 2 and part 3. It's definitely something that you're not going to want to miss. They're also affordable. And I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. Is this something that you would do for your wedding? Is this something just that you'll see on Pinterest and you're like, that's nice? I want to know your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.